tiptoed over to him. Quite a feat in 4-inch cork wedge heels. I approached him as if he were a wind-up toy ready to spring into action at any moment, which was perhaps the most fitting description of Ethan Carrington. But there was no springing. Apparently, it didn't matter how much time a woman spent creating the perfect cat eye if the man she wanted to impress was unconscious. I crouched low and waved a hand over his face before he released a snore that had me cupping a hand over my own mouth to stifle a laugh. This had to be the most anticlimactic start to a date ever. I covered him with a vegan Angora throw from a boutique in Canada I'd promoted last autumn, then decided to capitalize on the rare moment. After all, Ethan's favorite marketing motto was never miss an opportunity to relate to your audience. I whipped out my phone and proceeded to take a 10-second story featuring my adorable sleeping boyfriend, a tray of untouched appetizers, and one pouty-lipped me. I captioned the post with, "Jet lag is the thief of romance." Not even 8 seconds later, my phone began to vibrate with notifications, likes, comments, emojis. An immediate endorphin boost. The temptation to scroll through them proved too much. After all, my manager-turned-boyfriend showed no signs of waking anytime soon, and truth was, even if he had woken up, he'd tell me to reply to at least the first 20 or so commenters. Something to do with increased visibility and reach. "You're so cute, Molly, and so is your boy toy, hubba hubba." "Oh, sorry, girl, but at least that maxi dress is adorbs on you, link please." Good hair days like that should never be wasted, though. Wake him up already. I liked a few dozen comments, replying in kind to their emoji strings and creative hashtags, then scrolled through the rest of my feed, hovering over the latest post by Felicity Fashion Fix, the snotty diva and ex-client of Ethan's, who once stole an entire vlog series idea from me 2 days before mine went live. I breathed out my nose the way Val always encouraged me to, and tried to let go of the negative static in my chest. But not before glancing at Felicity's latest follower count. 415,687. What? How on earth did she get such a big jump in followers so quickly? What is she doing? Besides stealing other people's ideas, of course. When Ethan finally began to stir, it took a hefty force of will to silence my phone and shove it in the crack of the chair cushion. Yet I did it with a smile, because that was what committed couples did for each other. At least, that was what I'd read from a popular blogger I followed. Healthy couples ignore the pressures of social media to be socially present in their relationship. I'd saved the pretty graphic to my photo reel just 2 days ago. Ethan and I didn't get much face-to-face time since he traveled for business roughly 3 weeks out of the month, but perhaps the strain of a long-distance relationship would dissipate if we practiced being more socially present with the time we did have together. "Hey there, sleepyhead," I crooned from the recliner, where I'd kicked off my shoes and tucked my frozen feet under the skirt of my dress. Most days, springtime in Northeast Washington was just a less snowy version of winter. "Welcome back." He jolted at the sound of my voice and blinked. "Molly?" "Happy date night." Ethan rubbed at his eyes again. "What time is it?" I glanced at the wall clock, surprised at how much time had passed while I'd been scrolling my feed. "A little after 6? He pushed himself up to a seated position. "You should have woken me. I don't even remember dozing off." "No way. You looked way too peaceful to disturb." And it was nice to see him without a screen on his lap or in his hand. Ethan wasn't the greatest at leaving his work behind. Then again, neither was I. Besides, you've been up since 2 in the morning Pacific time. Dozing off for a few minutes seems perfectly acceptable, even for someone as immune to naps as you are. He ran a hand through his thick butterscotch-colored locks, and my breath actually hitched in my chest at the sight. In no way did he look like a man who'd spent his entire day traveling on an airplane. He smiled at me with those same midnight blue eyes that had won him many a client, myself included. "Well, I hope you don't hold it against me, because I've been looking forward to today."